Hey everybody. Uh, First of all, I would like to congratulate Juventus about the great winning yesterday with Real Madrid. And so, I was talking about Juventus and Real Madrid. You were Champions League yesterday, so I'm happy. So let's continue. Our lecture today about the contrast agents. And the first thing you should hear, or when you hear about the contrast agent, you tell me what is the contrast. So the contrast is the difference in luminosity and color that make an object, it may be a display or maybe an image, distinguishable. So in real perception, or the perception of real world, the contrast is the difference in the color and brightness between object and other object with the same field of view. So the aim of this season, or our lecture, is to determine or to why contrast agents are used, what are the desirable features of the contrast agent, type of contrast agent used in clinical settings, and method of administrating contrast agents, examples of examination utilizing contrast agent, a problem and issue associated with the contrast agent. So me and my partners will discuss this field today. So now, what is the contrast media? The contrast media. The contrast media or contrast agent is a chemical substance that used in X-ray or in any part of X-ray, like magnetic resonance imaging, that use a high magnetic field to diagnose some organs and tissue through the body, or we can use the or we can use it in X-ray, dental X-ray, any dental X-ray film. So, and we can use it in other types of the X-rays that are used for diagnosis of the organs and the other tissues of the body. Now, the contrast media, somebody say to me, how the contrast media working? The contrast media has an atomic number, maybe high atomic number or maybe a low atomic number, that uses the attenuation or its chemical property that attenuate the X-ray photons in a high manner or a low manner. So we have two types of contrast media. We have a high contrast media atomic number and low contrast media atomic number. The high contrast media atomic number that's used in a high perception, why we use this contrast media of high atomic number? Because the high atomic number attenuates more X-ray photons than other parts of dense parts of the body, like the bones, like tissues or bones. So it will be very, very distinguishable for the dentist or radiologist or any doctor that uses the X-ray for diagnosis. So the administration of the contrast agents is through an organ or through a tissue. It makes that tissue or organ more distinguishable, easy for diagnosis, for tumors and maybe injuries for other parts of the body. So this is one use of contrast agent. Here is the definition of the contrast and the uses. This to image. And here, it's important to know about this image. I put this image to distinguish between the contrast of the image. So this picture is less contrast than this picture, and this picture is less contrast than this picture. This that makes the companies like Apple company, Samsung company, fighting for increasing the contrast of the image on the camera display. So this picture can tell that. So this X-ray image, example of X-ray administrating of the upper abdomen 10 minutes after injection of the contrast material show normal kidney collecting system on the upper uterus. This is the administration of the contrast material through the kidney. So we can make easy diagnosis for the abdomen of the kidney and uterus after 10 minutes of administration of the contrast agent. The definition of contrast media I already talked about. So the contrast media substance placed in the body provide added contrast when the subjective contrast is low. So we have here the color. In this picture, the X-ray without contrast measured and translated rectally. And in this picture, we translate the contrast agent rectally. So now we have this colon have more contrast than the other organs or tissue or any bone of the body. So it makes it easy to diagnose the tumors, maybe injury for the colon and any other medical diagnosis for this image. So the contrast agent increases the radiographic contrast between the area containing contrast media and area not containing contrast media. So now Asma Hashim will give you a brief history of the contrast media, and my other partners will continue the lecture. Thank you.